Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and tutorial on all the products that, well, not all the products, a lot of the products that I had unboxed in my huge makeup haul unboxing video. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, I'll have the little info card right here and the link down below if you guys want to check that out. I received a ton of products from Estee Edit, Becca, Laura Geller. If you guys are into seeing like PR packages and stuff, that would be a great video to watch. For the most part, it seemed like I had pretty good feedback on it, that you guys liked seeing those kind of PR unboxings just to give you an idea of what products. Don't even ask me about my hair. Houston is basically flooding right now. One thing, like total rant, but people are like leaving their dogs chained up and then evacuating. I was texting Keegan today and going on this like huge tangent about it. Why do people have pets if they're not going to take care of them? That makes me sad. It's like, I understand that, you know, you're rushing out with your family and stuff, but pets are a part of your family. And that, okay, why am I getting into this? I'm gonna get all like mushy and super sad, but yeah, if you have like pets and there's like a natural disaster coming, I feel like your pets should be going with you too. But yeah, as I was saying, whoa, totally off topic. In that unboxing video, I unboxed a ton of different products and I just wanted to use them kind of to do a first impressions type of tutorial. So this is the look, and yeah, now that I've been like running my mouth for 12 and a half years, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so quick side note, the shellac on my middle finger came off and my cuticles look so bad, but there's just the disclaimer now. Okay, so starting off with primer, this came in the Jaclyn Hill Becca collection, or Becca Jaclyn Hill collection that I did an unboxing of, and I've been dying to try this primer. Every time I go into Sephora, it's always sold out, and the tester is always like half empty and doesn't even like want to pump out, and it looks so grimy to the point where I don't want to touch it anyways. But this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm pretty sure it's just an illuminating, yeah. Illuminating primer creates a smooth canvas and acts as an instant filter, blurring imperfections for a soft focus glow. Oh, and it looks like it's a bit of a kind of like beige but pearly toned primer. So I'm just going to, ooh, I think I'm gonna really like this. I thought that in the tube at Sephora, I always thought it was like a white primer, but that could be just because sometimes the lighting in the store, if a sample sits out for too long, it kind of like messes with the coloring of the product. It feels really nice and light. It doesn't really have, it kind of smells just fresh. There's not really like a specific smell. Okay, moving on to my eyes. I have several palettes here, so I don't even know which one I want to use. I got this new one from Smashbox, at least I think it's semi-new. This is the Shape Matters Photo Matte Eyes. So there's just a ton of matte shadows, and you're supposed to be able to use them as brow shades as well. That one I have been liking, but I want to use something a little bit more exciting. I do have the new one from the Becca Jaclyn Hill collection, but I feel like there's so many tutorials on that. This is the one from the Estee Edit. It's just the Edit eyeshadow palette. I showed you guys some swatches. Some of these swatch dry, but I'm curious of how they perform on the eyes. I have these little duo pans right here, and then these two shades here. In the video, I was like, they seem kind of sheer, and then I realized there was this clear little sleeve. Those are the Black Light Transformers. So basically you're supposed to like layer these on top of these other shades just to kind of like amplify them, I guess. So I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's just kind of a matte beige shade. This is the Sigma E60. And I'm just going to use this as my brow bone color. Besides the little metallic shadows, I'm pretty sure this is the only like eyeshadow product in the line. There's just this one palette. So this shadow, for instance, when I swatched it in that video, it went on really dry and patchy as a swatch, but on my eyes, it's going on pretty smooth. Now in my crease, I'm gonna go in with the shade right next to it, which is kind of a matte orange color. Yeah, once again, this one looks like it's going a lot better on the eyes than how it's swatched on my arm. On my arm, I was like, this is not gonna be good. They were so dry and patchy. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It's kind of like a brownie taupey gray color, just to fade this a little bit. I like that the duos are kind of like coordinating, you know, like if you're a beginner, it's easy to kind of match these up and know what shades will work well together. But It's kind of annoying when you get your brush in because you want to make sure you're not getting like the shimmery shade next to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Once again, it's another Estee Edit product. This is the Edgiest Kohl Shadow Stick, and it's just in number 1 Black Viper. I'm going to grab some of this onto the outer corners of my eyes, and then I'm going to go in and smudge it out with my finger. It goes on really nice and creamy, and I like that it has a nice sharp tip. It doesn't smudge as easily as I thought it would. Maybe this is something that's better to use like on your lash line and on your waterline, because that is not smudging that easily. But I mean, I guess that's a good thing for long wear, but I was kind of hoping to use it as an eyeshadow base. So now I just have black stuck on my outer corners. Okay, now I'm gonna go into, I think I'm gonna start with this black and brown shade first, and just using the same Makeup Geek brush, I'm going to layer this right on top of that kohl that we just laid down. Okay, now taking a Sigma E33, I'm just going to lightly blend that out a bit. That actually is a pretty black, like layered on top of each other. I thought it was more of a brown black, but it looks pretty darn black. Now for the inner corner, I think I want to work with this kind of rose gold shade right here, just because when I swatched that one, that was one of the very first ones that just really stood out to me. And I'm going to just pat it right into this inner half of my eye. That is so sparkly and pretty. It's kind of more of a sheer champagne base, but it goes really pretty with that black. And I don't really seem to have any fallout, even with the shadow being that glittery. I don't have glitter all over my face, which is nice. And just to deepen up this outer portion again, I'm gonna go in with the black now, once again with that same Makeup Geek brush, and pat some of this right on the outer corner. And it blends nicely. Sometimes with certain black shadows, once it's on and you can't really blend it out. These ones seem to blend out pretty nicely. So for my foundation, I decided I kind of want to mix these two together. I'm going to go in with the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation. I did an entire foundation routine using this. I love this foundation. This had like a ton of mixed reviews. I personally love it. And I'm going to mix it with a tiny bit of the Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. I never wear this foundation on its own. I love it, but it's a foundation that's incredibly thick. So I always mix it with something, whether it's like the Tarte Maracuja oil or the Jouer oil. I'm just going to take, I think, 2 drops of the, kind of hard to like measure out drops of the Aqua Luminous, and then just do a tiny amount, like super tiny, of the Cover FX. This one I'm in the shade G30. I got this from Amazon. I think I showed it in my, what was that, April favorites. This brush was like $9.99. I don't know if I like it with this foundation though. I do love the Becca One Perfecting, like the giant paintbrush with this foundation, but that's dirty right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my beauty blender. I'm gonna take a little bit of the, I'm using a lot of Becca, I feel like, the Becca Ultimate Coverage Concealing Cream. This is in Banana. Normally I just use this more as an eye primer, not really a concealer on my face, just because it is pretty thick. So I just put on a really light layer of that, and then I'm gonna go in with the Tarte, this is the Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Concealer in Light. I love this stuff. It just has a giant doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to pulp some of that on. Okay, now that I have that concealer all blended in, you guys, I really like that primer. If you like a dewy look, definitely get that primer. Unless it does something weird like in the next couple of minutes and somehow like breaks down my foundation, which I don't think it will. I think I'm gonna go and get the full size of this. If you like dewy foundation or just like dewy looking skin, because I mean that Aqua Luminous obviously gives you somewhat of a glow, but even before I put that foundation on, I felt like my skin had a really nice healthy glow, and it was because of that primer. Okay, to set my under eyes, I'm gonna take a little bit of the RCMA powder. Laura gave me some of hers. We just cleaned out this Almay makeup remover thing because she bought the big giant tub. So I'm just going to take some of this just straight on the beauty blender and pat this right on top of that concealer. I'm gonna use the, I think, Benefit Hoola, and this brush is amazing. I don't know if they sell this at Ulta or not. I know Ulta does carry Japanesque, but the Ulta close to me doesn't have like the greatest brush selection, but if you can find this one, get it. I love this. I have a mini version of the NARS Ita brush, and I prefer this one from Japanesque. First, I like to hold it horizontal and kind of place it, and then I'll hold it vertical and just really kind of pull it back. I'm going to go in and use this. This is the Champagne Pop in the Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. This is my favorite kind of Becca highlighter. I prefer the liquid version over the powder. Like the liquid and the pressed, or I'm sorry, the liquid and the poured are always my favorite. I just like the way they look on my skin. So I just put some on the back of my hand, and then I just shear it out with my finger, then go in with a beauty blender. We're gonna go into the Champagne Collection Face Palette. I love the packaging of this. It is stunning. First, I'm gonna put on some blush. I'm gonna use Amaretto, which is this shade right here in the center. Oh no, there was something else left on this brush because that blush normally does not look that pink. Okay, and then right on top, I'm gonna take a different brush. This is from Blend. It doesn't have the actual name on it though. It's just this kind of like tapered tulip shaped brush. I'm gonna go in and mix Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop because you guys know I love me some highlighter. I'm gonna go back in with that, the Edgiest Kohl. Since this went on drier than I thought, like it was creamy to apply, but it wasn't like creamy to the point where you could really smudge it out afterward. Use this to tight line just because I love how rich and black it is. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this onto, oh no, this eye's starting to water. Okay, I'm gonna take this onto my waterline. As you can see, it applies super easily. Okay, then taking that same brush, I'm gonna go back into this palette and go into that black and brown shade first and smudge this right on top. And I'm going to take a stiff angle brush and go back into that same black shade, and instead of putting on a liner, I'm going to use shadow instead. Just place some of this onto my upper lash line. Okay, for my lashes, I love these. These are from Mosquito, and these are the Stephanie lashes by Stephanie of SMLXO. I love her. She's absolutely gorgeous. This is just the Duo Brush On Lash Glue. I hate the Mosquito lash glue. The packaging is absolutely beautiful, but I don't know what it is about it. It does not work for me whatsoever. It's so pretty though, so it makes me sad. Like the applicator is even really nice. It's a really nice thin brush wand, but the formula just does not work on my eyes. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just going to pop those right on. Need tweezers. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Supreme Lip Cream in Destiny. This is made by my friend Lizzie from What Would Lizzie Do. It looks so pretty. Oh, that is a super pretty color though. I think she described it as like a rosy mauve. This gloss is definitely glossy on its own, but I really want to try this. This is from the Jouer Mermaid collection. It's called Skinny Dip. I'm just gonna pop some of this right into the center. Okay, so I just want to do a quick kind of rundown on the products that I use. Out of everything, I really like this from the Estee Edit, the Edgiest Kohl. Whenever I did my unboxing, I don't know if I even showed this in the video because when I unboxed it, I was like, oh, that's cool, but nothing that like stand out and exciting. But it performed so well. Like I love that it just kind of stayed put. It wasn't like a typical shadow stick base. Like I thought it was going to be like something that was really going to smudge out and be more like sticky, but it just kind of like stayed put. It's almost like a thicker eyeliner in a way. And also this palette, in the unboxing video, I kind of mentioned how I was like, oh, it looks dry and it was kind of disappointing, but on the eyes, I think it's really pretty. The black shadow in this is amazing. I know a lot of people like Makeup Geeks, what is that called? Corrupt. That is a good black shadow, but I feel like this one even blends out better. There's like zero fallout. And typically with black shadows, you either get a ton of fallout or like when you apply it, it just stays put and doesn't really like blend out nicely. This didn't have fallout and it blended out out perfectly. So I love that. The Becca primer, definitely gonna get this. I love how dewy it makes your skin. I'm sure a ton of you already have the Jaclyn Hill face palette on your wish list, or you've already purchased it. Packaging is beautiful. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with all the products that I tried. This I love. Lizzie did such a great job. She mentioned it in her announcement video. I'll go ahead and try to find her coupon code and link it down below, and I think it brings it down to, I forget the price she said, but it's a great deal. The packaging is pretty. I love the color. I really like it with this skinny dip in the center too. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys would like to see more of these kind of like first impression / tutorial type videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.